This is the Negro Ninja, and before we start, I would like for y'all to take a look at the t-shirts in the description. Remember that whenever the world around you is chaos, go straight. All right, and this is the Negro Ninja, and today I just want to say, that, if you're a young man watching this, and if you're not sure if you're manly enough or masculine enough, ask yourself this question. Do women challenge you whenever you talk? Or do they agree whenever you talk? And you can pretty much guarantee that whenever a woman agrees with everything you're saying, you might want to examine what you're saying. Now, this is not to say that every woman that agrees with what you're saying means that you're not masculine. We're not saying that, because for a woman to be decent, she must line up with the male ideas. Okay, so I'm righteous, I'm intelligent, so women that are fit for me are going to think the same way, so keep that in mind. But I'm saying that the average bitch is going to give you problems. Okay, hence nice guys finish last. That's one of the true reasons. All right. And another way you can wonder whether or not you're the way you can figure out if you're masculine enough is how gay people respond to you. Okay, and they're going to instinctively try to harass you. That's just what they do. All right, and there's a reason for that. There's a reason for that. And once again, when you're a young man, people always want you to be in question. They always want you to be doubtful of yourself. They don't never want to tell you. You have to figure this stuff out. It's only going to be like a handful of people, and all it takes is just a couple to put you on the right track. So encouragement is key. We got to be very careful who we surround ourselves with. But, as a young, intelligent man, you're going to be gaslighted 24/7, meaning, okay, in this case, it's just going to be people rolling up on you, always got something to say to you. Now, remember, I'm always talking about this because it's still happening to me, and I'm 34 years old. Okay, and I think it's because people think I'm younger than what I am too. They just figure that you're inclined to listen to whatever they're saying. Okay, and on top of that, they be getting jealous because wisdom is coming from what they think is somebody that's younger than what they are. So what do they try to do? They want to intercept it. Let me teach you something, and they'll go as far as to even, do something nice if they think it's going to make you listen. You got to be very careful. People are always trying to invade this number here. All right. They're always trying to invade this number here. But once again, how do you know when you're masculine? You get opposition from these hoes, and you're going to get harassed by these homosexuals. All right. And that is a promise. It is a defense mechanism of society, similar to white blood cells attacking foreign objects in the bloodstream. All right. And they're very aggressive with it. They always want you in doubt. Okay. Always want you in doubt. Okay. Because like I said, growing up, every time I'm looking around, somebody always telling me what I should be doing. All right. And if it's anything that you need to hear, they try to keep it away from you, because you got to think about it like this. In the Bible, Solomon compares wisdom to a woman. All right. And let me see if I can find that scripture real quick. All right. And this is in Proverbs 1:20 through 33, but I'm not going to read it all. And I decided to read the NCV version, the New Century version, because I like the wording and I think it adds to my point easily. All right, so starting from 20. Wisdom is like a woman shouting in the street. She raises her voice in the city squares. She cries out in the noisy street and shouts at the city gates. You fools, how long will you be foolish? How long will you make fun of wisdom and hate knowledge? If only you had listened when I corrected you, I would have told you what's in my heart. I would have told you what I'm thinking. I called you, but you refused to listen. I held out my hand, but you paid no attention. You did not follow my advice and did not listen when I corrected you. So I laughed when you were in trouble. Okay, it sounds like you want to say nigga. Anyway, I will make fun when disaster strikes you. When disaster comes over you like a storm. when trouble strikes you like a whirlwind, when pain and trouble overwhelm you. So going back to the part where I say that, you know, a decent woman is going to line up with a righteous man. This right here proves it. Okay, but these chicks that we constantly complain about in these videos are the opposite of this. Okay, a woman that God has for you is wisdom. That's why, see, the reason why Solomon compares women to wisdom is because the woman is the rib. And what does ribs do? They protect, you know, the inner organs. You know, it keeps your lungs and heart from being bruised easily. Okay, like wisdom keeps your soft ass from becoming bruised easily. Okay, just think about it like that. But once again, these hoes are fools. Bitches in society are fools. They are not wisdom, which is why when you spew masculine stuff, you know, when you know wisdom, all right, because when you're masculine, you're gonna naturally line up with God. You're gonna have your morals. You know, ain't nobody perfect. Okay, but you're gonna have a good sense of right or wrong. You know, you want some coochie and all this type of stuff. So you're gonna line up with God. All right, so therefore these hoes respond negative to it because they are the opposite of what the scripture is. Worldly hoes are fools. Godly women is wisdom. All right. Now this also explains why they not only gaslight but cock block so much. Like growing up, one thing I can tell you is them niggas would cock block like a cheat code. Okay, like somebody just press a button and a cock blocker show up. Okay, you know, they see you around chicks, they just, and like I said, I really started noticing this when I was an adult, but I'm like, why everybody always watching me? So they can cock block. Okay, like they fear you learning things. One thing I notice about people is they do not like when a mother effer learns from them. Okay, I don't like when my enemies learn from me. And how did I learn this? Because of how they was responding to me learning. All right, they always got something to say, but when it's something that you really need to hear or something that you can benefit from, what do they like to do? They like to hide it from you or put it behind a paywall. All right, and one of the reasons why they like to put things behind a paywall is because they know that a lot of dudes, you know, like particularly righteous people, a lot of righteous people don't really get money that easily. All right, they just like a hoe trying to hide the pussy behind the paywall. All right, who has access to money most of the time? The worst type of men, especially when you growing up in black communities. Who got the money? Robbers, thieves, drug dealers, pimps. You know, just the worst type of individuals. All right, just the worst type of individuals. Okay, what do the hoes do? They do the exact same thing because these bitches are not wisdom. They're foolishness. But as far as you can tell, oh, you thinking about, oh, that's wisdom. I want wisdom. She's just a hoe. All right. Trying to make a fool out of you so you part ways with your money. You see how that goes. All right. Just like how some hoes want to talk junk. Try to make it seem like you ain't worthy, but she know once the tip get in, she know her opinion about you is going to go higher. They know what time it is. They try to keep it away from you because they know what you're going to do with it. Okay, and you're going to do some things to it that is going to remember. Okay, she going to remember that. Okay, hoes think about the dick they had when they go to sleep. Hoes thinking about dick they had from 30 years ago. Okay, and I cannot find that dang song. I was trying to find the song for a minute. Okay, it's a song where a lady was saying every time she go to sleep, she think of the guy she been with. I forgot. If y'all know that song, please put it in the comment because I've been meaning to make a video about this for years. I've been trying to find this song for like since 2018, I think, or 17 or something. I forgot. Anyway. All right, they know that you would do a lot with wisdom. A young man would do a lot with wisdom. Okay, you know how to treat wisdom. You know how to handle wisdom. You know how to use wisdom. Okay, and they don't like that. Okay, and that's why as young men, we got to be very careful who we surround ourselves with. Anybody that's always making suggestions cannot be trusted. The only time a suggestion is warranted is if it actually benefits you. Hey, you know that there's landmines over there. If anybody was about something, they'll let you know, do not step in this field. But what everybody else would do is they'll look at you. Okay, you probably walked through this landfill and probably missed the landmine by an inch. But they'll never tell you. Okay, you just going through, you don't know what's going on. This would have been a perfect opportunity for them to open their mouth. But they always saying something when you don't need it. Okay, I know where to go. I'm finna go this way. You know you can take a shortcut this route, and they just inconveniences you. You see how they do you. All right. This, like I said, this cop blocking spirit that I'm always talking about is not to be taken lightly. Okay, it ain't just holes they're trying to cop block you from. Okay, it is success. Once again, think about how much easier your life would be if you didn't have this many issues with these holes. They know this. Okay, so we pay the holes to make your life a living hell. Okay, we pay the holes to gaslight you, make a hole, make you doubt yourself. Bitches are the word, and the words are bitch, and this don't just apply to women. This applies to your friends as well, or just random strangers. Because they some hoe ass niggas anyway. Alright. And one thing I notice is they're always getting something from you. Okay, because as a righteous man, you know, you're like a fountain. You're like the sun, you know. You're just this cool natural resource that everybody could benefit from. And they're always trying to feed off of you or even live off of you. People stealing your stuff and starting their own thing with it, profiting from you. Okay, you gave them the idea, they don't even shout you out. You know, stuff like that. That's just the way it is. Always learning from you, but they don't want to teach you nothing. They'll even go as far as to whisper things that they think is helpful. And you think I'm exaggerating? Let me tell you a college story. Okay, nigga, I was in school. Okay, so I'm roughly about 28, maybe 26. Okay, so I'm on there, you know, learning Photoshop, and I'm doing something, and somebody says, you know, I was doing something where I was removing like a patch or something. It was a large area. I think I was using this spot. It was the clone stamp or something. He was like, "Why don't you do this with the marquee?" I'm like, "What you talking about?" And he showed me. I don't know what the heck he did. Yeah, you just take this and do it with the marquee, and it was more efficient than what I was doing. Okay, and I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not going to teach you. I'm not going to teach you." But look, and he showed me, and then he hit command. What is it on the Apple? Control Z, and it just redid it. So I'm like, I don't even know what he did. Okay, but he wanted to tell me, but he didn't want to tell me how to do it. I'm like, what an asshole. And then right after that, they started talking. You know, this, I think this happened like a few days after this. You know, and I'm like, how the hell do I find a job? I need to find a job. You know, I want to get an intern. I want to do this. And they were just talking, you know, about interns. And they were just giving out game. And then when I tried to listen, because they was getting to the crucial part, motherfucker just whispered. Now, he didn't even whisper. That's what he did. You know, they do this right here. Yeah. And then he was very cautious on what he said. He was like, you know what? They got it here. And this is literally how he said it. It was vague. He didn't say exactly where or who. But that's how people do you. They go out their way to try to keep knowledge from you. They go out their way to try to keep holes from you. They go out their way to try to keep money from you. Because money, wisdom, and holes, in many ways, so let me go back. Money and pussy is the same thing. Okay. And women and wisdom is the same thing. So it's all aligned. Okay. Whatever makes your life better. Okay. Maybe coochie relieves anxiety. It relieves stress. Maybe the comfort of a woman does the same thing. They go out their way to keep that from you. So if you ain't learning from mother effers, you shouldn't be around them. Okay. You should never in your life feel that people are learning more from you than you are from them. Okay, energy vampires to the max. These are robbers. They serve you no purpose. Okay, the only purpose they have is to be an agent. Okay, to be a splinter in your hand, or whichever is the most annoying part to get a splinter in. Alright, it seems small, it seems insignificant. Some people might not even know they got a splinter in. Before you know it, them niggas is infected. I even heard that a splinter even go through some people's veins and it kills them by going through their bloodstream. That's how serious this is. All right. And I would even go as far as to say, be very wary of environments the way you notice people always watching you. Because I guarantee you that when they watching you, I bet you just think about how easy it is to get girls when nobody's watching you versus. Well, I noticed that people always got their eyes on me. They got their eyes on you for a reason. You don't know what's being said behind your back. Okay, you don't know what's being told to girls behind your back. And I remember one time a girl was telling me that she'll get in trouble if she gave me her phone number. I was like, what the hell is you talking about? I can't, I'll get in trouble. As much as she be staring at stuff and flirting, I'll get in trouble. I'm just pause this for a second and just stare at the camera just so y'all can catch this. Just think about that. This is not something that somebody can just, oh, let me just make this up. You can't do it. It's just too stupid for somebody to come up with. Matter of fact, that happened at that gym that I was always complaining about. Y'all remember that I was always complaining about? Bitch was one of the personal trainers. I'm like, use a lie, because right after that, I seen a dude get a bitch's number. Then on top of that, a little few months after that, the little general manager at the time I was having beef with was messing with one of the niggas that work out there. You see how that's the stuff I be talking about right there. All right, and if that's not proof that society wants to keep niggas dry, they want to keep them dumb, and they want to keep them broke, I don't know what is. Okay, if that ain't proof, I don't know what is. All right, and there's so much going on behind your back that just symbolizes how people want to keep you in the dark. If it was up to people, even these random people that you walking past, if they had the ability to, they would keep you locked in a hole. Okay, on some prison stuff. They would put you there. That's how they want you to be. Okay, they want you to be in a straitjacket. They just can't just decide it. And however they can just feed off of you, that's how they can. They probably have something attached to you to just drain your life force. All right, I think that's all I got to say for this rant. This has been the Negro Ninja, bringing you your Negro message for today. Negro out.